Hello and welcome back to One Trainer vs. the World Season 5. When we last left our protagonist, she had gotten a challenge from Bianca. And now it is time for her to face Bianca, but before that I think there is a thing I want to do. You see, Tomoko, you have been surprisingly cool and all that, but I'm not sure how much I'm really going to need you past this point. Especially because you have freaking cut, which is a terrible move! And I just want that Sandile in my party for the future. And I might as well just start leveling him up as quickly as possible, I think. I must say, these vending machines are very convenient. For giving me better potion healing items than actual super potions for a lot less money than what super potions cost. It would be nice if I didn't have to go through them one at a time though, but in any case it's still very useful.
Hello, Vega. You remember the promise you made on the cross transceiver, right? So, let's get right to our Pokémon battle. But before that... They said we can have a Pokémon battle in the gate as long as we're careful not to break the electronic bulletin board. I'm the new and improved...
My throat is feeling slightly sore.
I'm the new and improved version of me. It's gonna go great this time. Let's start up our Pokémon battle again!
Again? It didn't even start to begin with, you silly person! And yes, clearly I can see that you are going to be an amazingly difficult opponent. What with how you couldn't even pull the Pokeball out of your bag without struggling and all that. Clearly a force to be reckoned with. Right, now Hogan, arm thrust this herdier into oblivion! Did you not hear me, Hogan? I told you to arm thrust it into oblivion! It has not yet been arm thrusted into oblivion! And I was about to call him Armstrong there for a second. He is not Armstrong. Armstrong is dead. He will... Oh, for the love of cheese crackers! He will never come back, for he is gone forever. And my frustration at this herdier's lack of deadness completely interrupted my random spiel about how Armstrong is dead forever and will never come back. Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. Well, at least now the thing is finally dead for reals. Yeah, see, while Charon might have kicked my ass in previous runs by using rollout, as a Nuzlocke, I realized that rollout is not a very smart move to use. Question here is, can Hogan take this thing out in one hit? I'm not sure I want to risk that. Yeah, Cotton Bat can deal with this. Well, obviously it wouldn't have been a problem. Maybe. I mean, it might have survived. It probably would have survived. So, it might have actually been a serious problem. But you know what isn't a serious problem? Cotton Bat versus Muna. Because Cotton Bat is stronger and such, in pretty much every way. Okay, let's just look what that move I just used actually does. I think I'ma get rid of Torment. Well, I suppose I'll just answer in turn with my own monkey. Oh no, Fire's power has been weakened. What shall I do? Alright, kick its ass with my new and improved grass move that I got during grinding. So, now, I think I must say it's Vanessa time, because Hogan is quite strong enough that he doesn't need the experience right now. Oh, that could be troublesome. Maybe, provided that I can't take it out quickly. Speaking of quickly, apparently it's quicker than me. So, and a quick attack will not take it out. This is inconvenient. The inconvenience has been doubled. Maybe it is Hogan time after all, before things take a turn for the terrible. I mean, really, I thought Servine wasn't supposed to be super strong, yet this thing is turning out to be surprisingly resilient. Right. Now... Oh, bugger! Hit through it, Hogan! You might not have perfect accuracy, but I believe in you! My trust was justified. Now, if I'm not mistaken, immediately after I go through that gate, I'm going to have to face Cheren. But before that, I should just heal up again. Unless she does it for me now.
I'll never be a strong trainer like you or Cheren or Iris, but, you know, since we left New Town, I've met a lot of people and I've been thinking about what I want to do in life. When you look at it that way, Pokemon have given me a lot of new experiences. Having my Pokemon stolen was just really hard and I felt really unsure. Still, I gotta say, I'm really glad I went. I learned so much on this journey. And I also learned that being with Pokemon is really, really important. Okay, well, I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye, Vega.
She does not heal me, so back to the Pokemon Center. Because in my first run of Black, Cheren kicked my ass because I wasn't prepared for him. That was just a common thing in that game. Like, I think I mentioned it before, but most of my deaths in my first run was because of Cheren. I mean, he was not the one that lost me that first run, but he certainly contributed a lot to my failure. Yep, that is him over there, but you know what's also over here? An item! And a Pokemon that wants to do battle with me. It's a Darumaka, not that it matters, because I can't fight and catch it, because I already got a Pokemon here. I got a Pokemon whose name is Mr. Zero. Nah, I'm not going to fight it right now, because I need to be at full strength for my battle with Cheren, which is coming up in a second. Ugh, the encounter rates in this game. They are kind of frustrating. Hey Vega, I've been waiting for you to get the insect badge. And now it's time to see which one of us is the stronger trainer. Spoiler, it's me. And actually, this is the reason why I still had Cotton Bat at the front of my party. Because I thought that Bianca would lead with Pidove. But Bianca didn't lead with Pidove. However, Cheren did. You seem to understand the importance of the first attack very well, he said as I missed with my first attack. Well, that Pidove is dying in a second anyway. I might as well just use... A regular potion should be enough for this battle. I think. Probably. Provided the most terrible... just... barring the most terrible critical hit imaginable. How dare you have roost, you terrible Pidove! Air cutter again then. Well, goodbye, you terrible Pidove who hasn't even evolved yet. You are terrible. Would be nice if Paola was a ground type as well by now, so that she would be able to resist the sandstorm. But she isn't. Well, if she can't take this Pansear out immediately, I'm going to have to pull her back, maybe. Although I did buy a bunch of healing items. And status healers and such, so... I can recover from falling asleep. Oh, so freaking close, though. However, unless he uses a potion of some kind... that Pansear is going to die. In which case No, I'm not going to switch into Wukong right now. I'm going to switch into something safer, like Hogan. Because, I mean, if I switched into Wukong and it used Incinerate, that could be bad. Well, he didn't heal up, so... Now I shall switch into Wukong afterwards. Oh, but I looked at what this thing can do, and it can actually inflict super effective damage on Wukong as well, assuming that I don't outspeed it. I did outspeed it, so I reckon I'm fine. Oh. I mean, I don't think it's going to Why would you use Razor Shell? As far as I can recall, you had... What was the bug move you had again? Well, I mean, it wasn't a very strong one, but... It was Fury Cutter, which is a move that deals more damage the more times it's used in succession, so it probably wouldn't have been able to kill Wukong with it. Although, speaking of killing Wukong, that came dangerously close. So, arm thrust it into oblivion, Hogan. Do you really think I'm going to switch out again? I've got a fighting type in against your dark type. Well, that went a lot better than it did the first time I played the game. Then again, the second time I played the game also went better than the first time I played the game. Nah. I mean, neither Sand Tomb nor Mud Slap are particularly great moves, but I think Mud Slap would actually be worse to it. It's now clear to me. The reason why you are so tough, is the trust between you and your Pokemon. But that shouldn't be a problem. I can get more out of Duat and my other Pokemon too. Hello there! Vega, do you have a second? Professor Juniper, do you need something? I called Bianca too, but I guess she didn't hear the call. I wonder what she's caught up in. Well, I suppose I'll just have to call her again later. Okay, I'll be waiting for you two in front of the gate to Nimbasa City. Hello? Nimbasa City's gate is straight down Route 4. That looks like straight up to me, but meh. And here we have reached a new area. I obviously completely ignored the next city I was supposed to go to, so that I could instead go to this new area, and possibly get something cool. Provided I don't just get nothing but Sandiles. But the odds should be good enough that I'll get something other than Sandile as well. Not necessarily something I will use, but certainly something else. There you go! Something else! Now, what do I want to do to whittle down this something else? I suppose Hogan with a fire move will not deal too devastating damage on this fire type. And Hogan is currently holding the Eviolite, I believe, so... Flame Charge. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I could probably just wait it out for a bit until it's taken and... Or I could just try throwing a ball anyway, I suppose. Oh, I had quick balls. I could have just used the quick ball. But instead I'm going to use a regular old Pokeball. It didn't work. This is the worst thing that could possibly happen. I suppose another Flame Charge will not murder it. Because, I mean, it resists it and all that. Okay, and now, after the next bit of sandstorm damage, it might be in the red. And that was a critical hit. I do not appreciate critical hits when they are dealt to me. Lemonade. And then, seeing how if this drags on for too long, it will die from sandstorm damage, I should probably throw a Great Ball instead. Or, wait, I also have Timer Balls, which by this generation are extremely overpowered. So, they should already be stronger than an Ultra Ball. Awesome! It has been caught! Not that I think I will probably use it, seeing how I have Hogan and everything, but... You know what? I was just looking up what it's called, what this thing is called in other languages, and you know what? The German name sounded cool to me, so I shall just name it after what it's called in German. Flampion. I mean, it sounds like it's a portmanteau of flame and champion. It isn't, but it sounds like it. So that's cool and such. I totally expected to be challenged to a battle by those two, but I wasn't challenged to a battle by those two. Now, around here should be the TM for sand and for Rock Tomb or something like that. And that is something I most certainly want. Well, I'm kind of glad I didn't get that thing. Because that thing is just something I don't particularly care about in any way whatsoever. I am quite content with never having a chance at getting a Maractus. And then again, it's also a Pokemon that I've never even tried to use, so maybe it would have been in the spirit of a Nuzlocke if I had gotten it, but I didn't get it. And now suddenly the sun has set. Ah, there are the black glasses, which I was expecting to get back in Castelia City, but I didn't get back in Castelia City. I was thinking of giving them to Mr. Zero, but Mr. Zero still needs experience. Because chances are, next gym, he is going to be useful. Also, I believe this is the entrance to the Relic Castle. That is indeed the entrance to the Relic Castle. Now, there are two Pokemon that can appear in the Relic Castle, one of which I already have. So, I will just want to try and get the other. Nope. Nope again, come on, there's supposed to be a 50% chance of getting the other thing. Come on, the other thing. I am so disappointed right now! I freaking wanted the other thing, also known as your mask. Get the other thing, also known as your mask. I have just made a discovery. I am not quite strong enough for the relic castle yet. So instead I shall just continue searching outside here to see if I can find the stuff. Right, I have found the thing, and with that, I have no further business here for the time being. That is now the second time I've tried very hard to avoid a battle, but ended up with the opponent just turning around the second I walk in this general line of sight again. You know, I know that's a thing that happens when you're running past them, but I wasn't running. I was walking at a leisurely pace. This shouldn't be happening all this often. Well, at least this battle clearly was no trouble at all. It was just a minor irritation. And this guy looks like someone I want to not fight, but who is probably going to end up forcing me to fight him anyway. Apparently not. Nice, at least then sometimes I can get through it without that happening. Hello, Vega. Come here. Elisa called and was asking me about electric type Pokemon, and I thought about you guys. That's why I wanted to see you. Ta-da! Freebies for you. Here, Charon. You too, Vega. Well, not gonna say no to that. If you see a Pokemon that you want to have join you, be sure to use a good type for Pokeball, because this could be the first and last time you see that Pokemon. Especially true in a Nuzlocke. I know it might be strange for me to say this, since I'm the one who asked you to complete the Pokédex, but please remember to enjoy your journey. Of course, I'm not saying you can just neglect the Pokédex, but you know that. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to go meet Bianca. It seems the professor gave us the Pokédex as a reason to send us on a journey. At least that's what my mom told me. They wanted us to go out and see the world, so my mom, Bianca's mom, and your mom made the request to Professor Juniper. Vega, what should we do now? I think I'd like to show the professor my thanks by going to Route 4 and catching some Pokemon I haven't yet caught. Whereas I think I'm going to go in the opposite direction and do something entirely different. Such as catching Pokemon that I haven't caught in the areas to the east and west of this place. Gramps, we know you run the daycare. How do we know? Because we're Team Plasma. We are taking away Pokemon from people. Since you work at the daycare, we figure you must have a lot of Pokemon. Hand them over. What kind of nonsense is this? Oh, a strong-looking trainer, please help me. Ugh. And apparently I have to fight against Team Plasma. A thing that never happens in this game. Seriously, one might almost be forgiven for forgetting that Team Plasma even exists, because of how rarely they show up. No, actually going to stay with Wukong. Because he has a powerful grass move now, and because Warthog can throw sand in my eyes. And I'm sure that this Warthog will have a lot more success with throwing sand. No, apparently not. It had just as bad success with throwing sand in my eyes as Tomoko did. Get that garbage out of here! Seriously! That is literal garbage and you should feel ashamed for using it! in before I end up catching a Trubbish in one of the future routes. I mean, I think they are found around here, so that could actually happen. Well, the garbage has been disposed of. Plasma! Wow! Exclamation marks! This went downhill fast, so I think we'd better run! Let's hide out at the amusement park! And I know there is story stuff awaiting me over there, so I'm not going to go over there yet. Because I still have other things that I would like to do. Oh, and then there's this.
The professor told me the Boston City had a lot of things to see and do. The amusement park, big stadium, small court, and the battle subway. I'm going to go see the Pokemon musical. See you later.
Ugh. If I'm not mistaken, I am going to get dragged over to the Pokemon musical as soon as I go in that general direction. Because that is again how this game works. At least, I mean, the game doesn't force me to participate in it, but still, I don't want to go to the musical. I want to go catch things. Oh, TMs. Are there any useful TMs? There is return. That is a useful TM. At the same time though, these things are expensive. I think I'm still going to buy return. Which, seeing how TMs are reusable in this game, I don't even need to worry about wasting it. Oh, for goodness sakes! I don't care. What if I don't want to go in? What if I think this looks super dumb and I don't care? No, it isn't amazing. The pleasure is not mutual, mister. No, I don't want to join and play dress up. What do I look like to you? A girl? I mean, granted, it's understandable, but... Ugh. Seriously? I don't care. Fine then, I'm going to put sunglasses on Mr. Zero or something. I can only put regular glasses on him, it seems. Well, then... that's what I'm gonna do. There. He is now done. No, I don't want to join you people. How hard is that to understand? Now I'm never coming back here again, ever!
Daddy, what are you doing here?
I've come to take you back home, of course. Your mother told me that you'd made it all the way out here. Haven't you gone far enough?
No way! I'm going to keep traveling with Vega and my Pokemon!
Absolutely not! Others do things their way, and we do things ours.
Is that so? Then how about you do things your way and I do things mine?
Sweetie, you keep going on your travels. Hey! Who do you think you are? This is a family matter! My name is Elisa. I'm this town's gym leader. I also happen to be a model, which is very relevant to this conversation. You know, there are many people in this world. There are people whose ways of thinking might be completely different from yours. Sometimes this means you may get hurt. Of course! That's exactly right! It's because I'm worried about that! But it's important to keep trying, to learn about the differences between yourselves and others. To learn that being different is okay. And you shouldn't worry. Trainers always have Pokemon at their side. Pokemon are wonderful. It's not only how cute they can be, but also how much you can depend on them.
Please! I know there's gonna be painful stuff like you're worrying about. I know, really, I get it. But like, listen, there'll be tons of nice people too. You know what else? Since I've been traveling with Pokemon, I've already gotten tougher, I can totally tell. So please!
I guess. If wanting to continue your journey is selfishness on your part, wanting to stop you is selfishness on mine. I'm surprised to find I'm the one being childish at my age. Don't worry about that. I've seen certain people far older than you acting far more childish than you. Now, with all of this family drama out of the way, can I please go and catch some more Pokémon already? Right, over here there is grass and there is a hiker moving in a very predictable pattern, so I can avoid him easily. So, what will it be? Well, I mean, I kinda called it. So then, I'm pretty sure poison resists fighting, so Hogan should be able to just take its HP down slowly. But once again I forgot about the quick ball. Then again, if I had used the quick ball and it hadn't worked, then Hogan would have gotten poisoned when he came out. So go whittle down the garbage. Okay, that's gonna do more damage the next time. But I suppose by the next time I will be able to throw a Pokeball. Yes, I will definitely be able to throw a Pokeball. Ah, how I wish that had done just a tiny bit more though. Okay, this is not good. I should get Hogan out of there, even though what's coming in next will also be poisoned. But if only I had a full restore or something of the sort. Really? An Ultra Ball should be sufficient, I imagine. Indeed, it was sufficient. Now, what do I name this piece of garbage? Okay, your name is Toto Trash. Because, well, I remember watching a video by the Silver League where he pointed out that he felt like something like Garbodor was like a shout out to Totoro somehow, although he admitted that made absolutely no sense. So, okay, your name is a combination of Totoro and Trash. And here is yet another new area. Will I get something here that isn't literal garbage? Well, that is an evolution to a Pokemon I already have, thus doesn't count. Ah, that is a thing that I don't already have. So, with that, I don't think it's going to have any terrifying bug moves, so finally going to remember to throw the freaking Quick Ball. Sheepland. Because cotton is kind of like wool, and wool is what sheep have, and it's a grass type, so it's a sheep plant. Vega has caught some literal garbage and some other things. Will she be able to catch some other interesting things in the near future? Find out next time.